been watching a lot of videos on dry pour concrete. It's really got me interested. I have several concrete projects that I need to get done. Having trouble getting contractors out, and a little nervous about pouring a big slab wet and then trying to finish it by myself. So I'm gonna do some experiments. One thing that I've seen on a lot of these dry pour videos is there's never a really good high quality close-up of what the finish looks like. So that's what my experiment is today. I'm going to just do the dry pour like they do on Cajun Country in this form, and the finish is basically whatever you do before you get it wet, and then that's why you missed it the first 2 times, so you minimize the disturbance of the finish that you have. And then in this one I'm going to dry pour it, but I'm going to get it a little bit wetter the first time, and then come back and see if I can mag float it and get it, see what the finish looks like if I mag float it. And then this last one I may go even further and see if I can get a steel trowel finish. Now when you as I screed this, I'm pushing down any rocks that are on the surface. I'm going back and screeding this both directions because, like I said, this is it. This is the finish. I want to make sure we're getting a good. See all those rocks there? That's fine. I'm kind of angling the screed back a little bit, and then kind of rocking it back, just kind of making sure I'm pressing down anything that's on the surface. If you just rake it, those rocks will stay right on the top, and that's no good. Did really well. Got one little pit there. So here's my finish so far, and I am going to go ahead and try to put an edge, maybe at least on one side. Push that down firm. Get the shaky draw. Okay, I grabbed the paint roller. We're going to try to smooth out the marks the back side of the edge are made. That works great. But like I said, it's not going to get better than this. As the process goes, that's the best finish that it's going to have. And depending on how the watering goes, you know, it may get worse. So okay, so here is the one that I'm going to do dry pour. Gonna mist it, wait an hour, mist it again, wait an hour, mist it again, then start soaking it, I think. This one I'm going to try to mag float. This one I'm going to try to steel trowel finish. Okay, so I've got the garden hose, I've got it on the mist setting. So this is important on the dry pour. The reason they do this mist setting is to not disturb the finish, because anything you disturb will be, well, there'll be imperfections in your job. So I'm going to start over to the side, going to mist it, They say just till the surface changes color. Okay, I'm going to leave that be. Now these I'm also going to use the mist setting just because I don't want to flush all my concrete out of my form, but not disturbing anything. These two didn't get disturbed, but they are a lot more saturated. Okay, so it's been about 45 minutes. The dry pour sample looks like it's soaked all the moisture in from the top layer, except maybe right there in the corner. The two that I intend to float out, they are still a little bit damp, but since it's pretty warm today and we're in direct sunlight, I'm going to go ahead and give everything a second watering. I'm going to mist this one. Get it good. Okay, it's changed color again. Give it a little more. I'm going down to the two that I'm going to try to do some finish work on. I'm going to get them a little wetter. So I'm thinking I want the first inch at least wet or more before I start trying to work up a cream and do some finishing. Okay, it's been a while. Let's see, maybe over an hour and a half. We've gone through 2 waterings. The dry pour sample is looking pretty good. Looks like I could use a little more water. Looking pretty good. My 2 other samples that I want to try to put a finish on, feeling awfully sandy. I'll see what happens if I hit it with the mag trowel, but I think I'm gonna have to get it wetter. Yeah, it's just dry sand. See if I can get it wet. I'm gonna go ahead and water the dry pour again. Now, whether you mist or spray full on totally has to do with how set up it is. The only reason we're misting is so we don't want to disturb the finish that we have. Once the finish is not going to be disturbed by the water, put as much water on there as you want. But we'll go ahead and mist it again. But we can definitely get it wetter. It's not going to hurt it. I'm going to mist till I see water glistening on top of the entire thing. As long as I'm not kicking up any surface, making any imperfections, then I'm not hurting it. I get this one, these 2 actually, and I get them good and soaked, and see what happens when I hit them with the mag float, if anything. Nothing really. If anything, I'm just messing up the surface. Instead of getting cream to come up, basically getting just more sand. So doing more damage to the surface than I am helping it. Now, the one that I have not touched, other than misting the literal dry pour, it's looking pretty good. So here's where we are. There's the dry pour with the edge on it, and then it was rolled with a paintbrush. And try to get an angle where you can get some sort of a idea what the surface looks like. It's pretty good surface, but compare that to the one that I just screed it out and did not touch because I was going to try to finish it later. And I actually did soak this down more because I wasn't worried about it, but I didn't damage the surface. So it actually, to me, looks better than the one that I rolled with the paintbrush. Of course, it doesn't have any edge breaks on it. Okay, so it's been about 24 hours. I've taken the forms off the three texture samples that I was trying to prove out. This is the dry pour paint roller, edged it, paint roller, and then gently misted, trying not to disturb the surface. The surface actually looks really good. This is the one that I tried to mag float unsuccessfully. This one was going to be the one I was going to steel trowel, but since I was not able to mag float, then there was not going to be anything to steel trowel. So this one's pretty much untouched. The untouched, you know, paint roller, do the edge, do the paint roller, the sides, you know, whatever would show, this looks okay. Now these, I noticed, are not totally cured yet. When I took them out of the forms and just kind of gently tossed them up here on this rock pile, this one kind of split in half. But you can see it did get wet all the way through, and I've got to believe that that would set up, you know, and be stronger. Yeah, so this looks pretty good, this surface. I don't know how well it comes across on camera, but it looks pretty good.